Je reprends de la soupe. I am getting some more soup. Je reprends le parapluie que je t'avais donné. I am taking back the umbrella I gave you. Je reviens vers vous très vite. I will come back to you very soon. Je regarde un film révolutionnaire de revenants avec des revolvers. I am watching a revolutionary movie with ghosts with guns. What do these sentences have in common? The use of the prefix re. What does it mean? It has multiple meanings. Can you use it in your own French sentences? Oh oui, absolutely. The most common meaning of re is again. For any random verb, you can use re in front of it to mean doing again, just like in English. For instance, faire means to do, refaire is doing again. In this meaning, you can also replace re with une deuxième fois, a second time, or à nouveau for again, à nouveau, or encore une fois as well for again or one more time. For instance, with tu joues, you're playing. You can make tu rejoues, you play again, tu rejoues. Or tu joues encore, you're playing again, tu joues encore. Tu joues encore une fois, tu joues encore une fois. Tu joues une deuxième fois. Tu joues une deuxième fois, or tu joues à nouveau, tu joues à nouveau. And for a third time, you can even have fun and say tu rejoues, but then it becomes even more informal and less correct French. Tu rejoues. But that's why je reprends de la soupe, je reprends de la soupe means je prends de la soupe à nouveau, je prends de la soupe à nouveau. Literally, I am taking some soup once again, or I am getting some more soup. You can also find the prefix in some expressions, such as c'est reparti, here we go again, which is based on repartir, the verb, that means going again. Another expression is rebonjour, hello again, rebonjour. We use that when we're meeting someone we've already seen today, because you should never say bonjour twice to the same person in the same day. Even more informal, instead of saying rebonjour, you can just simply use the prefix re for hi again, re. Now remember, of course, French is never as simple as that. Re has more than just this meaning of again, and on top of other meanings, it has other faces. Sometimes before a vowel, re becomes re, like réapprendre, to learn again, or réélire, to elect again. Sometimes re before a vowel just becomes the simple R, as in rajouter, to add again, or renvoyer, to send back. Wait a minute. To send back? Yes, because re can also mean back. Because why not? In particular, it's about going back somewhere or going back to the way it was before. That's why we have je reprends le parapluie que je t'avais donné. It means I take back the umbrella that I gave you. Je reprends le parapluie que je t'avais donné. We come back to the situation we had before the gift. It is my umbrella now. Once again, I get it back. We have the same thing with elle se relève. Elle se relève. She gets back up. Or will se rhabiller. Se rhabiller. Le matin, ils s'habillent. In the morning, they get dressed. That's easy. But après avoir nagé, ils se rhabillent. After swimming, they get dressed back. Après avoir nagé, ils se rhabillent. They put their clothes back on. Of course, the meaning of re appears in other verbs that are much more common in everyday French conversations. I'm talking about 3 confusing verbs. I'm talking about revenir, rentrer, and retourner. Revenir, rentrer, and retourner. Yes, they all mean to come back, but each is used in different situations. Remember, I'm sorry, nothing is simple in French. Revenir is when you come back to where you are right now, or when you come back to someone. Je reviens très vite, I am coming back very soon to the same place. Je reviens très vite. Je reviens vers vous dès que possible. I get back to you as soon as possible. Je reviens vers vous dès que possible. And by the way, that's why un revenant is a ghost. It is someone who came back. Un revenant. Retourner is to come back to a place where you currently are not. Retourner. For example, j'ai oublié la bière, je dois retourner au supermarché. J'ai oublié la bière, je dois retourner au supermarché. I forgot the beer, I have to return to the supermarket. That's why we have le retour as well. Le retour, it is a return, to travel back. Also, since tourner means to turn or to flip. Se retourner also means to turn back or to flip back. That's why we say ne te retourne pas. Don't turn back around. Ne te retourne pas. Finally, rentrer means to come back home. Rentrer. It is a very wide definition of home. Basically, any place where you feel safe or where you can, let's say, sleep. But you can use it by yourself or you can add more precision. For example, il est tard, je rentre. It's late, I'm going home. Il est tard, je rentre. Tu rentres à l'hôtel? Are you going back to the hotel? Tu rentres à l'hôtel? Non, je rentre chez moi. Non, je rentre chez moi. I'm going back to my place. Oh, and la rentrée des classes is the start of the school year. We saw that re means again or back, but sometimes it has a more subtle meaning. For example, between sentir, to smell, sentir, that can also mean to feel something external, and ressentir, which is to feel emotion or something internal. Je sens des mauvaises vibrations. Je ressens de l'anxiété. I feel bad vibrations. I feel anxiety. Je sens des mauvaises vibrations. Je ressens de l'anxiété. But what does re mean in a verb like regretter, to regret, regretter? Well, nothing, because the potential verb regretter doesn't exist in French. In several common French verbs with re, there used to be a meaning of again or back, but now it's lost in time and memory. There's no link anymore between garder, to keep, and regarder to look, or between refuser to refuse or to decline, and fuser to burst out. And for one final example, je refuse de regarder, je garde mon chapeau même si les plaisanteries fusent. I refuse to look, I keep my hat even if jokes fly. Je refuse de regarder, je garde mon chapeau même si les plaisanteries fusent. No, nothing is simple in French, but you can understand more and more about each tricky French thing. For example, what's the difference between encore and toujours? What's the difference between sortir and partir? And how can you use très, trop, and beaucoup? That's all in the playlist that I made for you right here. You can click on your screen to access those lessons. I will see you there. À tout de suite!